Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put backhanded compliments on a bagel.
Okay, that take was good enough.
Thanks.
That's so mean. That was a bit, everybody.
Yeah, it was a bit. We were not, we're not like that in real life. All right, greetings, verse jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with Evelyn saying, "Why didn't you tell me about it earlier?"
And it ends with Wayman saying, "You're capable of anything because you're so bad at everything."
Well, I feel personally attacked. Thanks a lot, movie. Ish. But anyway, let's get to the top of this minute. Remember, we narrowly escaped the big bad, met a new question mark character in Alpha Gong Gong, complete with a coffee-powered mech chair. And now we are hiding out and resting up in this quiet little out-of-the-way room. This is obviously the office of someone high up on the chain of command at the IRS. I wish there were some clues. Wait a minute. Dog and the Heron. Heron and the dog. Heron the dog. Heron the dog that bit ya. Wait. What's this nameplate say? Heath Pegseth. Wait. And underneath that, it says Office of Professional Responsibility. That's a real department in the IRS. But wait, someone crossed it out and wrote Office of Professional Punishment. I'm sure this is the only layer to that joke regarding this room. Anyway, we pick back
Just
up.
to remind people, in case they haven't been looking at this movie as often as we do, in another universe, this is a punishment room.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I just want to remind people, if they're like, what the hell is Lester
I was saving that. It's behind, the dog and the heron.
Right.
The heron and the dog.
Is this this is Heath Pegseth's office. Okay.
Yes, Heath Pegseth. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we pick back up as Evelyn says, "Why didn't you tell me earlier? What else are you alpha people not telling me?" And I'm a little confused by this. Did he or didn't he tell Evelyn that Jobu is joy? That's what she means here, right? Because in the previous minute, they were talking about, it's like, oh, she's the one who can stop Jobu, and she says, "Oh, you mean the monster that is inside my daughter? Like, why didn't you tell me this earlier?" Implying that he hadn't told her. Right? And yeah, when she first meets Jobu, there is this moment of realization. It's like, oh, it's you're the one, right? But before that, we had that whole flashback. But I guess she didn't see the flashback. And I guess he didn't say explicitly that their little explorer was a version of Joy.
Like they could have had another child in that world or something like that.
Or it wasn't even I should have checked before we recorded. Did he even say your daughter or our daughter?
Yeah, it's interesting because you say we have the flashback. Of course, we don't see the flashback, so I think that allows us to.
We see the flashback. The audience does, but
we see the flashback. We as Evelyn don't see the flashback.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that's so interesting. So we can have it both ways and it makes sense to us, right? Where we could have one that is okay, we see the flashback, so Evelyn knows exactly what we know, and we're like, okay, cool. Implying that Wayman says more than he actually says in the voiceover, but we see, he has narrated what we see, right? And we can also see one where she doesn't understand any of that stuff, and this one is kind of trying to have it both ways, and I think pretty successfully. So yeah, it's okay, I get everything that I need to know, but then here let's talk about this more in dialogue, and we can say, okay, great.
Right. So we get to have that moment of discovery in the hallway.
Right, yes.
Which is also important. We need both of those things.
Yeah, but it's also it doesn't feel like she's stupid here either, right? Like there's a little bit of willful ignorance, right? She just had this conversation with Joy, and we get to experience that scene and think oh, this is the ultimate evil. She's the big bad. She's going to trick her into looking at the hand vagina, and she's going to murder her right here, right? And Evelyn needs to be afraid of that and also not understand it, right? But part of it does feel still like Evelyn is refusing to believe that Joy is the bad guy.
Yes. I think we talked about that a little bit in the previous minute, that it's not so much that she's like, whoa, what's going on?
Right.
It's more, like maybe she has selective hearing.
Right. She has
which would be classic Evelyn.
Selective flashback viewing abilities, right?
Yeah.
I love this shot that is over Evelyn's shoulder looking at Wayman as she's accusing him, because a full like fourth of the frame behind Evelyn is just black. She's like really up against this wall. So it really feels squished, like he's backed her up there. When we see her side of it, we see a little bit more of the space and doesn't necessarily feel that way. But yeah, when she's like springing at him and saying like, you alpha people, right? Which I don't know, maybe she's even like, is that a slur? Am I allowed to say you alpha people? I don't know. But you are making me, you all are pushing me up against this wall.
Right. And literally with the shot, it's almost like she's being pushed out of the movie.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
She's at, I mean, we could go the all the way with the metaphor and be like, she's finally like in the circle of communication. She's finally like in the, geez, I forgot the idiom. What is it? Like she's
in the
included
inner circle,
or in the inner, or like
she's looped in.
Yeah, she's looped in. Something like that. Yeah, like
some kind of circle, and she's in it.
Yeah, because they were keeping her out, and now she's like, it's like, look, I've gone from the blackness of the screen on the right to like you're finally letting me in, but I'm on the edge.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, these alpha people come in. They buy up our houses.
Yeah. Take our Bugattis.
Right. What color is your parachute? I don't know. The alpha people have mine.
Yep.
She can meet two of them, right? She meets one in Alpha Wayman. She doesn't have that like capacity to be hateful against them as a group.
Yep.
But now there's two of them. She's like, they're all over the place.
Yeah. They're just like, this is getting out of hand.
Right.
As that weird fish alien guy said in Clones, Attack of the Clones. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't know.
There's always a bigger
Boss
fish.
Bass. No, it was like a fish alien. It's a meme. It's from Star Wars 2, and he's like, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
You haven't seen that movie.
I know, but I've seen the memes. I'm able to construct the entire movie from the memes. At a point, it wasn't out of hand, and then it got out of hand, and that fish alien guy made that observation.
Okay,
I think he's part of the Senate.
I've looked this up now.
He's like, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. I think he's talking about the alphas. No, I think he's talking about the Sith.
The fish guy. So you have not seen episode 1 either?
No, I've seen episode 1.
Okay, this is Newt Gunray, who is the bad guy. He's the Phantom Menace in the Phantom Menace.
What?
He's the head of the Trade Federation.
You're going to make me image search Newt Gunray. How do you spell it?
Just like it sounds.
Newt Gunray. What a name. Oh, yeah, it is that guy. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. He's not a fish.
Yeah, okay.
He's not a fish. He is a stereotype of Japanese people. Thank you very much. He's a caricature.
Wait,
he's a
really?
racist. Oh my goodness, yes. He's like, I mean, I can't do his voice now that I say that he's a racist stereotype, but yeah, he's a Trade Federation.
Well, see, it's a good thing I didn't watch this.
He does a Pearl Harbor as the Phantom Menace.
Really?
He's terrible. Yeah.
Ew. He sounds like Sam Eagle in my head. Because that's how all like serious looking Muppets sound. Like, this is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand.
No, there are two of them.
There are two alphas.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of fish people in those prequels, but I didn't know which fish were she meant. So looks like the Elfrond is on the other foot now.
Yeah. Yes. Well. All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. What was like? No, we have strayed so far. I was trying to say.
Two alpha people is too many for him.
Yes. Right.
For Evelyn, not
right.
New Gunray.
Alpha folks coming in here, taking our. See, folks, that's why we're not, two, toxic masculine dude bros trying to sell you like testosterone pills, and talking about why women won't date us. We got to talk about movies because other. Yeah, there's too many. Like the market is just saturated with those, and we can't.
That's right.
We applied, but no.
No, we tried. We tried to sell you all sorts of shit you don't need, all sorts of supplements or whatever. But
yeah. I put all of that garbage in my body and it just rejects it. And I just got like regular natural muscles and
just totally natural
and reproductive parts that aren't affected by, my car or whatever. It's weird. I don't know. I'm going to take all of that out. But yeah, she continues. She says, did you see her dance that man to death? I think he was shot to death, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's not as funny though.
Yeah.
Did you see her use that guy as a human shield? Doesn't have the same. They say comedy is in the music,
right?
Of the line. I have it.
Yeah. Comedy is in the timing. Anyway. But yeah, as she says this, did you see her dance that man to death? We got some reaction shots of both men here. Looks like Alpha Gong Gong is already done with this Evelyn. He's ready to move on. And it seems that way with Alpha Waymond as well. But we're going to find out that what he's done with is her excuses. What?
That's funny.
Okay.
You're a good writer.
Thank you.
This is not the backhanded compliment part of the.
Okay. Well, that was good. That was pretty funny, Lester. Yeah.
It's a pretty funny joke for you.
Yeah. But yeah, she finishes. She says, "There is no way I am the Evelyn you are looking for." And it seems like she is spiraling. She's giving into despair. But Alpha Waymond responds immediately with a simple no. Very quiet, but very insistent. He continues. He says, "I see it clearly." And at this point, Evelyn is feeling hopeless, and she says, "See what?" And then there's a pause, and I love this next moment, folks. Evelyn saying what she has been thinking for the whole movie, for her whole life. This is probably the first time she has ever put it into words, certainly the first time she's ever said it out loud. She says, "I'm no good at anything." And there it is. That is the crux of her whole character. This is the thing she has to face in order to move past it, and she has finally spoken it into being. And once again, leave it to the Daniels to take this touching moment and make it funny. Because the way Alpha Waymond responds is the way you'd expect him to respond in the movie, right? Like, this is when he empowers her. This is when he says he believes in her. He, gives her confidence in herself. But the content of his speech, what he actually says is like the exact opposite. He says, "Exactly. I've seen thousands of Evelyns, but never an Evelyn like you." All right. It's good so far, right? "You have so many goals you never finished, dreams you never followed. You're living your worst you." And I like Evelyn's reaction here. You can tell this affects her, and she gets sort of defensive, but like it's a comedy beat. So she says, "I cannot be the worst. What about that hot dog one?" But Alpha Waymond persists. He says, "No, can't you see? Every failure here branches off into a success for another Evelyn in another life."
Now that's all super interesting. Like, so he's doing on the outside, when you have it with the sound turned off, right? It looks like she is being self-deprecating or hating on herself, maybe fishing for compliments, all those stuff that people do.
Right.
And then just visually, he looks like he's stepping forward and saying, "No, you're wrong. We're wrong about you."
Yeah.
So everything about it. So Ki Kwan's performance, like, that's what it has to be for the joke to work. But
right. And the framing and the music and the editing. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, he steps forward and she like backs up again. In the other shot, it looks like she's against the wall. Here we see there's a lot more room for her to fall, right? But and she's like, "No, I'm so put off by your confidence in me."
Right. I can't face the truth that I matter, that I am, capable.
Right. While he's saying it's because you're so terrible at it.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. And part of the shot, the part of the coverage here will be in certain parts of this speech. We're going to see, them in profile in a two-shot, and we're going to see Gong Gong back there, and he is just holding his head like, "Oh, don't even try to have this speech."
Yeah.
Like Alpha Waymond is so wrong for saying any of this. It's just not correct.
I am glad you brought that up in the audio commentary, and it is in this minute. There is a moment when, because remember we said the Daniels were talking about how James Hong doesn't like being in the background, and he sort of he'll sort of like steal the scene by with movement, and he'll kind of like pace back and forth in his chair, or something like that. There is a moment where it is Ki Kwan and Michelle Yeoh, and they are they're in profile facing each other, and it's like right in the center of the frame, and there's just space between them, and then just just very slowly, very sneakily, he just kind of like he like squeaks in there and puts himself in the very, very center of the entire frame, framed by both, his daughter and his son-in-law.
Perfect.
Can you see it? Can you see it happening? It's like subtle. It's very like it's like nobody's gonna notice.
This is about Gong Gong. Every scene is about Gong, which I agree with. Every scene with Gong Gong should be about Gong Gong.
Should be about Gong Gong. Yeah.
Every scene with James Hong should be about James Hong.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What does James Hong think about this? What does Gong Gong think about this? Yeah.
Right. That's what Homer Simpson's pitch for when he's playing Poochie the dog, and they're like, Poochie the dog isn't working, and we gotta kill off Poochie the dog, right? So he says, okay, I have a list of suggestions. Mm-hmm. When Poochie's not around, all the other characters should be asking, "Where's Poochie?" which I have for the Daniels. Where's Gong Gong?
Yes.
What are we doing here?
But yeah, no, and they admit that it's perfect for the shot, like having him in the center there,
right.
Being kind of the like being critical of Alpha Wayman's belief in this version of his daughter, right. But also just kind of being that looming presence in the background that they're both going to have to kind of face and bring over to their side or their way of thinking. Yeah.
All right. Now, before we move on to the rest of the scene here, so we're saying that each failure in this universe, this is at least what Wayman is saying. Maybe he doesn't believe in it. Maybe he's not sure. But he's saying as a way to get her head back into the game, right? So each failure here branches off into a success for another Evelyn in another life, right?
So if we're going with like the binary idea, then she comes to a fork in the road. It's like success or failure at being a famous singer.
Right.
And our Evelyn fails. So what happens to that other pathway? And he's saying here that her failure created that other Evelyn, like that other life where she is a success.
Right. So that's like the quantum suicide idea. So it's like in every single binary choice you come up tails, like every single time here, which is again very insulting. But that's an interesting idea because that is so obviously improbable. So each binary choice, right, is like raising the denominator. Numerator, raising the denominator, right? It's timesing it by 2, right? So you're increasing it by powers of 2 every single time. So if you have a binary choice, then you have a 1 out of 2 chance. If you have 2 binary choices, 1 out of 4 chance, 1 out of 8 chance, 1 out of 16 chance, 1 out of 32, etc. Right? So this is every single thing that she's ever tried in her life is that improbable. She's that improbably bad.
Wait. Okay, explain the math to me again.
No, God.
No.
I don't know if I can.
I was with you until this like denominator thing.
Okay, coin toss. Right?
Yes.
So you have a 1 out of 2 chance of getting heads or tails, right?
Yes.
Okay. To get tails twice is a 1 out of 4 chance, because the options are you get heads twice. You have a 1 out of 4 chance of getting heads twice. You have a 1 out of 4 chance of getting tails twice, and you have a 2 out of 4 chance of getting 1 of each.
Okay, but that's if you're trying to do the same thing.
Right. If you're trying to fail, it's a 1 out of 4 shot to fail both of them.
Yes. Okay, I was thinking. Okay.
Then if you do 1 more chance, that's a 1 out of 8 chance of failing every time.
So it increases exponentially. I was thinking of it in a way where it's just like it resets every single time. And it's just like, oh, I failed on this one. Oh, I failed on this one. Oh, I failed on this. So it's a 50-50 every time.
Yes, it is. A coin does that. Yeah. It resets every single time. But she has...
Was that a backhanded? Yes, a coin does that, Lester.
No, it was not a backhand. I'm saying you're right, Lester. You're right.
Very good, Lester. You figured out coins.
Oh, and you grew up in Las Vegas, you say? You went to the university with the best gaming school in the world? Yes.
No, what I'm saying is, I didn't think of her failures increasing exponentially because she was failing at different things.
Right. But the chance that she fails at every single thing, if she takes 100 shots, right? Then you're multiplying the denominator by 2 every time.
Interesting.
So she's that improbable is what he's trying to say. That he's trying to say that's what makes her special, because it is special. It's so unlikely that you would fail, you would not get tails 100 times, right? So I think you understand that to get 100 heads in a row is unlikely, 100 wins in a row is unlikely. Right. But now we're also saying 100 losses in a row is just as
equally,
unlikely. Yeah, and it's just as magical as getting 100 heads in a row.
Right.
Yeah, but then the other thing about that, so we talked about quantum suicide. This one particularly to me sounds like quantum entanglement,
Hmm.
which is something I don't know if I really understand, but it sounds to me like quantum entanglement,
Okay.
which is that there's two particles in a system. So there's two particles in the universe, and they are linked with each other. So you cannot know where one is without knowing where the other one is, or you cannot declare where one is without knowing where the other one is. And they found that like in the 20s or 30s, like Einstein and some other people, I should look, hello, Einstein, Boris Podolsky, and Nathan Rosen,
Okay.
who I'm sure are just as important as Einstein.
You know, if you know where Einstein is, then
Right, exactly. So they saw this, that two particles that didn't seem to be linked at all would be linked, and they were trying to figure out why that would be, or what relationship you have. So so basically you couldn't describe where one particle is without knowing the other one, and then the logical conclusion of some of that is that if you move one particle that's linked with another particle, you would affect the other. So
particle.
if they really are, they really are in space together and they're linked, even though they're, whatever, a light year away from each other, and they're we can't see a link between them. If they really are linked, then you going in and messing with one should mess with the other one.
Okay.
If I understand any of that correctly, which I probably don't.
Okay. And this is called quantum entanglement.
Entanglement, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the idea that she's a lever now, like basically if you find that she is linked throughout space-time with another version of herself.
Or with all the versions.
With all the versions of herself, yeah. That if you press on this Evelyn in this way, it makes something happen in the other
Right.
universe. Yeah.
So she is like the epicenter of all the other Evelyns like successes.
Right. That's what it seems to
and
be.
in
right?
the center is just all failure.
Right. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And it's because someone has been, if there is a God, someone's been pressing all the buttons in this Evelyn's universe in order to make the other things happen in the other one.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So that's what that sounds like to me. If I understand quantum entanglement, if I'm understanding correctly what Wayman is saying, which might not be true in either of those cases.
Okay. All right. This is now with quantum entanglement. We are. I mean, like obviously, we're also implying that it's not just one particle that is linked to another. We're saying that maybe each particle has like not a twin, but like
I
like a twin.
I think that's how they might say it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right. Why would we just be finding special particles? Maybe all the particles are doing that, but we don't see the other side of the lever.
Okay.
The other side of the seesaw, right?
Yeah. Now, I mean, does it get more complicated in that like maybe all of the particles in me aren't in the other Lester? Maybe they're like scattered.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably,
so it's not like
yeah.
so they're not all in like one nice, neat, Lester shaped container on the other side. They're
right.
Some of them could be, but like others are like in other things.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Right, because there's an infinite number of Lesters that look a lot like you and have these minor changes or have minor changes in their life experiences, right?
So they could be plus or minus some particles. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So to us, they look like the same, right? Like so Lester with a mustache or Lester with red hair or whatever. Like, okay, that's still Lester, right? But it must go on further. If we have that infinity and then there are infinities upon infinities where you never existed as we know it, but yeah, all of your atoms still exist in the other worlds, right? Because you can't destroy or create these atoms,
right?
Or this matter, at least, yeah.
Yeah. heavy stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Again, I love that the Daniels are taking us on this journey and getting us to do homework. I just came from school.
I know.
Anyway.
Oh, in our Devil Show, we're about to do more 5th grade math. Yeah,
that's more. Oh, yeah,
not fun. And the details.
Revelation, folks. 6 I don't care anymore. Anyway. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So he has just said, can't you see every failure here branches off into a success for another Evelyn in another life? I really like that. I never thought about it until this viewing for this minute. Right. That like how much of a part she plays in the other one's successes. Like I just was like, oh yeah, she's just like really unlucky, and
right,
yeah. But yeah, we cut back to Evelyn's face, and again, this is supposed to be the speech that gives her hope. Again, that makes her believe in herself. But I mean, we just heard what Wayman is saying, and I mean, also look at Michelle Yeoh's face and how she's responding. It's heartbreaking because she is, in a sense, getting her worst fear confirmed right after giving voice to it. She opened her heart to this Wayman, this Alpha Wayman, says, I'm no good at anything. And Wayman has kind of confirmed it. And he's like bringing, a whole new meaning to it, but he's also saying, yeah, you're right.
Right.
And Wayman continues. He says, most people only have a few significant life paths so close to them. But you, here, you're capable of anything because you're so bad at everything. And even the way he delivers it, he is saying it with admiration. Again, it's that juxtaposition. Like, I feel really bad for Evelyn here, but I also understand that this is the best thing he can say to her in the story, like in this universe. Mm-hmm. And I feel better knowing, how it's going to play out, right? Like, of course, this is the ugly duckling trope, right? Like, Luke is the most unlikely Jedi, right? Damien is the worst possible priest to perform that exorcism. That's how these things go. We actually talked a lot about Damien in The Exorcist. Actually, we did that little experiment where we swapped Demi out with like all the other priests in the movie, right? Like, what if Father Dyer did the exorcism? And we kept coming up with the fact that despite these other priests having stronger faith, or maybe because they have stronger faith initially, they would probably not do well against Captain Howdy, right? It needs to be Demi. It needs to be the priest who has known darkness and who is unsure whether God exists, but will do the exorcism anyway to save this girl. And just like Demi, our Evelyn has known darkness. Our Evelyn is familiar with despair. And because of that, maybe she can connect with Jobu on a level that all the other Evelyns can't. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Like Luke can. What does Luke do? He blows up the Death Star. Right?
Yeah.
So he's the worst fighter pilot person, right? He's the newest to it, and he's
because all the others were like everybody, all of his friends kind of like left to join the rebels, and
right. And he believes in the what do they say? The old superstitions, the old religions, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's why he's the best to do it, right? So yeah, Evelyn needs to be not good as a laundromat owner, not good as a IRS filer, a taxes filer, not good as a wife, not good as a mother, right? She needs to be all of those things in order to see how all that stuff fits together.
Yeah.
Like through the mesh of the universe that we all see as the ordinary world, she is going to learn how to see that all of that is important and unimportant in equal measure. Yeah.
And then it's also a little bit of, I guess, the Dunning-Kruger effect as well, but like in terms of like growth, right? Because like if you feel like it's like, hey, I got all this stuff handled, like I got mothering handled, I know what to do, I got laundromat running handled, I got like all of my, my life is handled. I don't need any correction. I don't need anybody teaching me anything. I don't need any moments of discovery or anything like that, right? And that would keep her from the learning that needs to happen, like in real time, like as she's saving all the universes.
Right. Yeah. You know what else I really like about this this idea, like you're bad at everything, you're living your worst you. Yeah. Is that it's one of those insults that no matter who you are. Like my friend Cody LaBeouf, the director, says, like he was collecting them for a while. I was like, what's an insult that you could say to anybody not knowing them, and they would feel bad about themselves more, because if like I say, Lester, you're stupid, maybe you don't believe that because you're really smart, right? Or you're uncoordinated, you're ugly, or you have bad rhythm or whatever. Like a lot of people will be immune to those, right? But I think the idea that like I know that you deep down know that you are bad at everything you ever tried. I think just about everyone in the world would be like, no,
yeah,
it's terrible. So yeah, Cody's is, Lester, why does everything you touch turn to shit? And it's like right, everyone would be like, oh God, he sees me. Yeah.
Because that's subjective and objective at the same time.
Right.
Because just naturally we're criticizing every single thing we've ever done. Like every it's like, well, yeah, I just submitted that file like a doofus,
like a doof, yeah,
like the worst possible way, Right, it's like oh yeah, he's like, I made some people laugh at the party, that was great. I could have told a better joke, but
that's probably another one. Is like people pretend to laugh at your jokes, and everyone would be like, no. Like I think we've all felt that, right? Like it's just like that's like human nature, but we don't discuss it, right?
Yeah.
Like we never say that that's how we feel, right? Yeah, Lester, I bet. Sorry, I keep saying your name for this example because I don't. But like, yeah, I bet you, you want to hang out with your friends more than they want to hang out with you, and you're like, no. That's just what it is to feel human,
Yeah. Oh. Oof. I love you more. No, I love you more. I know.
That's awful. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Before we move on from this minute, I wanted to talk about something that's in the 2017 script. So in the version that's Jackie Chan, we don't have any Alpha Gong Gong. Big mistake.
Yeah.
There is no telling off regular Gong Gong. Like Jackie doesn't take him aside and say that you're the source of all my problems. Like that doesn't happen. So Gong Gong is just kind of a joke character who's in Act 1, and then he kind of in the All Is Lost moment at the end of Act 2 kind of says a couple things to Gong Gong, but Gong Gong is sleeping, and that's kind of a joke.
Okay.
But okay, so here we're going to talk with Gong Gong, and he's going to tell us the nature of the whole universe and kind of what the whole game is, and he's going to eventually say like you need to take care of Joy in this universe, right?
Right.
But what this is in the original script is it's just between Jackie and Winona, his wife.
Okay.
So Alpha Winona,
Right.
and Alpha Winona takes Jackie into this little area after she has beat up Jobu and saved Jackie from Jobu.
Okay.
Okay, so they go to the 11th floor bathroom.
Okay.
Well, that's higher than we have in our building. Right. And so Winona produces a helmet of wires and flashing lights she's been building, a collection of thrown together technology. Alpha Winona, when the time comes, you have to stop her with this. Jackie, this helmet will deliver a powerful shock to every possible version of Joy, killing her in every universe. So instead of a bagel and all of that, so instead of fracturing into multiple different teams, where now Alpha Wayman and Alpha Gong Gong have different ideas about how to stop Joy.
Right.
And then we learned what the bagel actually is and all of that. Originally, it was a really pretty standard, but not in a bad way, action movie sort of idea.
Yeah.
That what we need to do is corner Jobu long enough to put this helmet on, essentially the helmet from the flashback where we saw Alpha Joy turning into Jobu.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, basically put that helmet back on her, and it will kill all the different versions of Jobu throughout the universe. Like she's the queen vampire.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that there's like nothing wrong with that at all. It just like after 5 years, they're like, oh wait, we have this other stuff with the bagel and third eyes and everything, and like it just becomes so much stronger. But yeah, that's what this scene was originally: is them going off into a little area where Jobu isn't, and then talking about this colander. Put this colander on your daughter's head, and that'll save the world.
Okay. All right. And I hope writers and aspiring writers are taking note of these changes from the original script and how like it's okay for it to be, not perfect in the first draft, right? Because I mean, like you said, Keenan, that sounds all right.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, but like what we got is so much better, is perfect. Right. But like that's the point, is that I don't think we would have this version without them kind of like stumbling through that version first.
Right.
Yeah.
So I read this script with my class every fall, and we watch the movie first, and then we read the script, and it's like the Daniels aren't doing anything wrong in the another one, and some of the choices, like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, like we talked about already, like starting off in an alternate universe, so we know it's sci-fi, seeing Jobu at the beginning, seeing Jobu kill one of the Jackies, like those all make sense.
Yeah.
Like I could see somebody giving a draft of the screenplay that has like what we end up with, where it's like we're in the laundromat for quite some time, about 30 or 40 minutes of no action scenes or whatever, and it being just kind of okay, in the first draft, and someone like me, some hack like me, saying, why don't you start in the sci-fi universe? Why don't you start with a death? Like there's a reason why those things work, but they end up actually like slowing it down, taking their time, and making it gripping, in the first 40 minutes of the movie before there is a fight. Yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, like the first version kind of seems almost like you're doing everything right. You're kind of like, by the numbers, kind of like coloring in the lines, and it's like this follows all of the kind of like pre-established rules of a sci-fi martial arts like fantasy type movie. Like you're making like a perfect cookie cutter thing, right? And following all the rules, you get like 100%, right?
Right.
And then the Daniels come in and it's like, well, how do we break this? How do we like make this something like organic and exciting and new and impactful and make people laugh, make people cry, and surprise them.
And probably, for the several years, 5 years between these drafts, they're like, man, this sucks that we aren't making the movie that we wrote. And like, oh, it's so good. It's so perfect. Why isn't it moving forward? And then in retrospect, being like, well, thank God we didn't make it in 2017 because we didn't have the bagel. We didn't have any of this stuff, right? Yeah. So we're going to get into some crazy changes in the 2017 script around now, where they're going to stop really lining up very well. So I'll just have to kind of choose when I tell you
right.
what happens later on. Yeah,
and I still haven't read that version of the script because I'm waiting for Keenan to drop some major bombs.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just kind of pick a time. All right.
Will I know? Will like everything get silent and you'll be like, I need to tell you something.
You're really bad at everything you've ever tried, Simba.
Okay, well, yeah, folks, that is our minute. Keenan, what do we think of this minute?
Yeah, I just love me some Gong Gong. He's in the background, slowly moving his wheelchair in. Yeah, it's good. And then, yeah, these two leads in the foreground are doing good stuff too, I guess.
Yeah. This is the crux of our hero's journey. Her kind of like coming face to face with. I was going to say one of her greatest, like maybe her greatest fear is that she is no good. She's not good at anything.
Right.
And in a surprising, like funny, twisty, turny way that kind of like inspires us, but also makes us just like, feel a little bit bad.
Yeah, and you know what? Kind of an inversion of the janitor's closet part, right? Which is like, hey, you could do this. I believe in you and everything. And so this is in a little tiny room again, but it's actually got a whole lot of space to it, right? But it's a little bit like the seduction of that scene again with Wayman, but Evelyn's really not buying it. And I guess that makes Gong Gong Ptaxy the pterodactyl.
Well, there we go. See, it all comes back to Ptaxy. You know what they should do, Ken? They should make one more draft of this movie, and whenever Taxi's not around, they should have the characters be like, "Where's Taxi?" I think that would bump it up a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, folks, this has been the 64th minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Instagram and Letterboxd as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. It's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana.
Very nice. Better than usual.
Thank you. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that would absolutely mean all the universes to us would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, I think it is time to jump. There is not a lot of like props in this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that little that nameplate of Heath Pegseth. I almost forgot. And you know what what did I say? Department of Financial Punishment. Yeah, I'm gonna erase that because it was written on with a Sharpie. So luckily I can erase it, and I am going to erase that because you know what? That's stupid. That's really dumb. Yeah. So I'm changing the title of this department back to what it originally was.
The Department of War.
Exactly. Oh yeah, it was originally. Well, yeah. Yeah, whatever. All right.
Well, you know what I'm going to do is, because we didn't use it last time, is if it doesn't get in the way of Gong Gong's mobility, I'm going to make me some coffee in his back. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Since he's steaming like the devil here, it looks like it's got some power. Yeah. Throw me some coffee in there.
All right, I like that. Yeah. Then we rewatch this minute, and everyone's just like talking at double speed. It's just like, you're living your worst you. Why do I have a headache?
What about the hot dog one?
What about it? Anyway. Okay. All right, Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That we're no good at anything, and that's why we're podcasters.
Yes, exactly. All right. Yeah, somewhere, like all of our 5-star particles are being given to other shows, actually.
No.
All right. Okay. Until next time, folks. 1, 2, 3.